Hello and welcome, my beautiful, beautiful Leos. This is your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of June the 18th to the 14th. Let's see what your download message is for this week. The theme of your reading is what you nurture will grow. So let's see what we have here for your tarot messages. What do you need to see and know and expect as you navigate through yet again another week heading into the middle of June? So let's see what we have here for your reading. What do you need to see, know, and expect? Keeping in mind this is a general reading. Not every single card or the energy they carry may resonate with every single Leo on the planet. Only take what does and throw the rest out into the universe. Okay, let's see what we have here for you. Cutting that deck. Coming in the first row, you have been given the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. You've got the Ten of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Lots of nines and tens. Coming in the center position, the World, followed by, again, another nine, Nine of Cups, and the Lovers. Moving on to the Hangman and the Moon and the Page of Swords. At the end of the week, you have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and you've got the Ten of Wands. All right, so what you nurture will grow. Paying attention to the details, concentrating on one project, one goal, one subject, okay? And putting all your energy, your blood, sweat, and tears and investment into this will help you see this come to fruition, will help you see this grow and come to completion and also come to success. So when we're not scattered and we're not running all over the place, multitasking and doing a little of everything, when we concentrate on that one goal that we want, that's when we see it come into play and succeed. You've got in the life and career part of the reading, short term, and it says this position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries, you will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. So if you've been wanting something to happen, you've been manifesting on it, you've been praying for it, and you're wondering why it hasn't come, well, that's because something better is meant for you, okay? So often I say rejection is God's protection or God's redirection. So remember, this position that you're in right now is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. It won't last. Something better will come in after. Okay, you might be involved in something and you're thinking it's great, and then all of a sudden it ends. That there's a reason for it. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. You're holding on. I think that you're budgeting. You're being very mindful and careful of your expenses right now. Some of you might be concerned about money, worrying about money right now. So you need to be very careful about investing wisely. You need to be making good business judgment right now, okay? Don't be too controlling, but know that your hard work is going to pay off. I ask you to take time to reflect on things, okay? Relationship with money. How do you look at money? How do you feel about your money? Are you giving of yourself too freely, or are you holding back too much? Is the energy of this card. But in general, I see you being mindful about your spending, being careful, not going out and spending it on a big ticket item right now. Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, worrying about things, going to bed with your head racing, troubles on your mind, concerns, anxiety. Worry never fixed one problem in the world, okay? So try to let it go by the wayside. Also, leave your troubles on the chair before you go to bed because you don't want to lose sleep. Losing sleep can break down the immune system and then you can get sick. You don't want that. Let this go. Try to stay positive. If the only thing you can pull out of a negative situation is the lesson you learned from it, not to repeat it possibly, is the lesson and the good part of it. The Four of Pentacles, we did that. The Nine of Pentacles is walking in your garden of abundance. Yes. But remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't pick just from one tree. This is a card that says keep your eyes open to different opportunities that could present themselves. Even things you might not think you would have been interested in. Do it because it could be a blessing in disguise. Something could come of it and be better for you. Coming in with your focus part of the reading, which is your career and money card, you've been given the card, the gift. And it says giving and receiving. Could be a sudden windfall and generosity coming in. Your career could involve financial support, a work surprise, and a vacation. So this is a gift in itself. You could be receiving something or helping somebody else out. What goes around comes around. There could be a sudden windfall that comes in that you didn't expect, some money, a bonus, a remittance, a refund, or maybe even a windfall in the form of a raise or an inheritance. But it's generosity that comes in. It's beautiful. You're getting the financial support that you need. And it's going to be a surprise. And it might even, the surprise could be, you could be getting an all paid vacation, or you get the time to take a vacation. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, and Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Swords says you're back in the game, up on your feet, and going in a new direction. This card says you've had enough, you put up with enough, and you've had to take enough, and now you're moving forward. I love it. You stood your ground, you didn't back down. You stood in your corner and you fought hard, and you deserve to move forward now. You've had enough. You're defending your corner. You've created something beautiful. Keep going, because it will bring you prosperity and it will bring you abundance with the Ten of Pentacles, and that's happiness. That's fulfillment. That's feeling secure in your family and your chosen family circle of people and friends, your soul tribe. This is a card that says finances are going to be finally stable, and you'll be able to feel some relief, and you're not going to be so stressed. Now, in the center position, which is your help hurdle or your challenge, you've been given the card, the Whip. Now, the Whip, I often read it many different ways, but it can be taken many different ways. It could be somebody around you that has a short fuse, a short temper. Beware of it. It might create some conflict and some strife. There could be some competition coming in as well. There could be arguments and quarrels at this time, but, it can also be, working hard, on yourself. You could be cracking the whip on somebody, getting somebody to get something done in an expedient manner, or they could be pushing you. Don't be so hard on yourself is the other thing that I feel with this card. Don't beat yourself up or be so hard on yourself. Coming in with that, you have the Lovers, you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the World. We know that the Lovers can have to do with love relationships, somebody in your life that you're attached to on an emotional and romantic level. However, this card is indicative of making wise and good decisions and choices when dealing with somebody. This could be something that you're feeling very emotional about. Be mindful of the choices and decisions you make at this time. This could be clear and concise communication with someone you're involved with. The Nine of Cups comes in and says, yes, wishes fulfilled. So whatever you've been working on, putting your efforts and investing your time into, nurturing, you're going to see come to fruition. She is jumping over her treasure chest of gold. She's so happy. Success is coming in, my friends. What you focus on, you will see grow. The world is, wow, end of one cycle, beginning of a new one. Being able to set your compass and go any direction you want to go. This is a card of good luck, good karma, completion, and new beginnings. I love it. Now, coming in with messages from Spirit and your guides, you've been given the card contracts, commitment, and marriage. So there is something coming in here whereby you're going to be feeling a commitment of some sort, and it's going to be for long term. But it is a marriage too. Marriage is a commitment and a contract. So you could be celebrating that romance in your life, because we did have the previous card was the Lovers. Then there's definitely a wedding maybe to attend, but it's a card that announces contracts to be signed. Be prepared to make a commitment to whatever you're being asked about, okay? So whatever you're asking for, it could be a long-term commitment with a job. Maybe you're signing a job contract where you're partnering up with somebody there as well. So it's all good. Now, coming in with that, you have the Page of Swords, the Moon, and the Hangman. The Page of Swords, pages are always coming in with messages for us, but this particular one is kind of blunt and abrasive, just sort of blurts out something to you, and it kind of rubs you the wrong way because they're not all that mature. But I think just take the message, don't attack the messenger. It's going to bring a bit of a pause and a halt to your plans moving forward, but it's news you needed to hear. It gets your creative juices, your curiosity flowing, and you needed to hear this. You'll be able to clear the air now. You're not going to be walking on eggshells and worrying. You're going to feel freer. The Moon comes in, and the Moon is the energy of Pisces, But for a while, you may have been thinking that you couldn't see the forest for the trees. You need to do your research. Trust your instincts and your gut feeling. If something doesn't look right, it probably isn't. Do your research. Go behind the scenes and find out the information that you need. Then you'll be able to surface and see things clearer. Remember, it's always darkest before the dawn, but when that moon comes out, it highlights and lights up everything. It illuminates your path, your sight line. The hangman, hanging in limbo, maybe feeling as though nothing's moving too quickly for you. The momentum is slow right now, but while you're there, you can plan looking at things from a wider, broader perspective. That's why she's showing upside down. Keeping your eyes open, not just putting all your eggs in one basket, but keeping your mind open to new things, different things, options and opportunities as they come in. May be different, but look at things from a wider, broader perspective, the whole picture. Coming in at the end of the week, your angel card number is 1212. So 2456. Yes, we had the lovers. That is the major arcana in the deck. But this message in this deck says big ventures. It says divine intervention, prosperity, fated events, and faith. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. So keep your options open. Somebody new's coming into your circle. 10 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords says if you're getting tired, you're overexerted yourself, you're feeling a little bit burnt out, it's time to close the door and shut out all that white noise. Call a truce, step back, take time to heal, take time to rejuvenate and get your sleep. Often 4 of Swords is insomnia, get your rest. But you could be healing through some sort of procedure that you've had and you need to recover from that, and you will if you take your time. Okay, 4 of Swords says rest up. Coming in, and don't go signing anything or making any snap decisions. 10 of Wands, yes, you made it. You made it to the summit, but it was a hard slog. This is a card that says you pushed yourself. Again, couldn't see the forest for the trees, but you make it. You get through somehow, but it's not fun. Now that you've done that, you're realizing that, yes, okay, I'm capable of doing all the work, but I shouldn't be taking all these burdens on myself all the time. You're going to lighten your load. Things are going to get easier now, and you're not going to push yourself to that extent. The Ace of Wands comes in, the first and beginning of an opportunity. Wands are moving forward, taking action, going for what you want. It could be a career-related opportunity. Don't be afraid. Carpe diem. Seize the moment. Go after it. Wow. Well, my beautiful, beautiful Leos, this is your reading for this week, and I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon, my beautiful lions, my Leos.